All right. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, what's going on?
Welcome to another week 4 edition of Last Second Sports. Barfy, how you making out this week?
You know what, man? This season is already giving me high blood pressure, potential aneurysm, but I'm okay. I'm okay. It'll be okay.
You're okay? How you
I'm
feeling
okay.
about that Chubba Hubbard?
Chubba good. Is it Chuba or Chubba?
I think it's Chubba.
It's CHUB, right?
It's Chubba. So let's Chubba into this week. All right, guys.
Wow, that was awkward.
Yeah, just a little bit. Oh, let me get all of this stuff all in here. We got ticker. We're ready to rock. Okay. Hey, guys, welcome back. We are ready for another edition of Last Second Sports, and I'm excited. I hope you are excited too, Barfy.
I am excited, and I hope you are too.
I'm ready to go. Lots of injuries this week. Lots of all kinds of stuff that'll. I don't know. It's just the whole face of landscape's been turned on its head.
You know, it's nuts. It's nuts this week.
It is. I got a couple. We got questions coming in already. But
it's your mom saying hello. Hi, mom.
Hi, mom. All right. Well, we're gonna start our week usually with our must starts. So let's dive in. Must starts. So must starts this week. Barfy, quarterback.
I'm going with Derek Carr from Las Vegas going against Arizona. So both Derek Carr and Kirk Cousins are proving why waiting on a quarterback on draft day works. Like a later draft pick, works later in the fantasy leagues. Carr has scored at least 25 fantasy points in all 3 games this year, with 2 of those games being in overtime to boost his totals. He is now 7 games in a row, starting from last season with at least 24 fantasy points. So, also for sports, Caesars.com is projecting this game to be a high game, predicting a 52 and a half point total for the over under their kids. So expect both Carr and Justin Herbert to go at it on Monday night.
Oh, that is a little ways away, but
ooh, Roddy Rahman.
Absolutely. You can't go wrong with Justin Herbert. You can't.
Herbert, but Derek Carr is my pick for a must start for this week.
I definitely say that's definitely good. You still have Keenan Allen over there. You still have Mike Williams, who's having an incredible breakout season so far. He is just unstoppable. No one's able to get a hold of him. Austin Eckler. It's Austin Eckler. He gets he gets banged up from here and there and everything like that. But all right, I definitely say. Oh, I'm sorry. You went Derek Carr. Why are we going to Justin Herbert?
Why are you talking? Yeah, what is wrong? You okay?
I'm sorry.
Today.
It's been a late night. It's been an early morning trying to get all this stuff together. We've had technical difficulties beyond
up until the last minute.
It looks like we still have technical difficulties on your end. Hopefully the stream's coming nice and clear for our viewers, and
if not, go complain to Xfinity because they're assholes.
Yeah.
We do have a question real quick. Let's go with the questions. I know you like doing the questions to the end, but we might as well get to this one.
Yeah, let's go. Let's hit some questions. We answer the hard questions.
So Roddy Rahman over here is asking Patterson, Gordon, Gaskin, Beasley, Galladay, or Fortnite for flex full PPR.
Oh, wow. That is a lot of different options going on. Actually, we are probably going to be touching on one of these players during the podcast.
We are.
I do believe so. So I'll give you guys a little hint. I would go with Slayton and Slayton being hurt and Sterling Shepard also being hurt. I would go Kenny Galladay is a excellent flex option, as in they got no one else to throw the ball to, so they got to.
Right,
they have to. Danny Dimes is going to have to throw the ball downfield to Galladay.
So we'll get it, and then, as you said later on, I would suggest either Fortnite or Beasley, and you'll see later on in the show why I'm saying Fortnite or Beasley, for your flex player, especially for this week.
Yes, well, all right. So we don't have an agreement on this.
Oh no, I agree with your players too. I mean, these are all solid players. But I'm saying my 2 cents is Fortnite or Beasley. You're going with Galladay. I mean,
Yeah, I
they're
think
all
Galladay,
solid players. You can't do wrong with any of them. But
honestly, yes, I think that you are in a fantastic position for a flex player in
if you
all
have- if
aspects.
you
You
have this
really do
option,
have
yeah.
flex players. Like these are good picks, but I'm going to say the higher ceiling would be Galladay. Definitely.
Okay. Yeah.
It happens. All right. Well, my must-start quarterback this week is Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford going against Arizona. Arizona is 11th against the pass, averaging 342 yards. I just have to say this. Like, I remember way back when a 300-yard game was awesome for a quarterback to have. Now it's like it's the bar. It's where they need to be at now. You
Just to
have to be
start.
throwing for 300 yards. That's where you have to be at. Where 200 yards used to be the bar. Now it's 300. I can't wait for the day where it's like, all right, he threw for 425 yards. That's kind of below. That's below. But it was a solid week. But with Matthew Stafford going against Arizona, Matt Stafford's on the tear. I've used this before with him and McVay are just on page, just on the same page. They know exactly where they want to go. Cooper Kupp is tearing it up. Woods is another option. They have Higbee. They have and they do have Darrell Henderson back this week, which we'll see how that works out. Maybe he survives the whole game. I don't know. Injuries happen. If you guys have watched our prior podcasts, you can't say that we do hit on the majority of our picks, but the ones that we miss are because of injury. So,
and I've been notorious this year so far with picking injury prone people.
So you can't get too mad at us. We do definitely hit on the majority of our picks. So, all right, well, we're going to roll down into our must start running backs.
So, obviously, if you saw the name of this week's episode, getting a Chubba on. I'm going with Chubba Bubba Hubbard in the cupboard, like old Mother Hubbard. However you say this guy's fucking name. Hubbard is expected to start from the injured Christian McCaffrey. I saw so many people freaking out when McCaffrey got hurt. And it's worth trusting Hubbard as the number 2 fantasy running back this week in all of your leagues. 14 touches in week 3 with at Houston when McCaffrey got hurt, converting 11 carries into 52 yards, along with 3 catches, 27 yards on 5 targets. We will have to see what Royce Freeman has, what his role is in all this. But Hubbard should have a big game catching the ball. Dallas is number 3 in receptions allowed to running backs with 26 on the season. So double Hubba Bubba Chubba Bubba.
That sounds like an ice cream.
It sounds like a bubble gum.
Delicious. I totally agree. I definitely say that he is a must start. If you did happen to grab him on the waiver wire, he is definitely someone you would slot in your RB2 spot and be successful in doing so. He showed that he does have the chops to be a running back in the NFL. He does catch the ball out of the backfield. He is by no means a Christian McCaffrey, but very, 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 very serviceable running back to put in your RB2 spot. If you happen to have him as your flex, friggin' awesome.
McCaffrey, awesome. Coming from Mama Doc, McCaffrey, Brown guy, in Gronk, all out sucks for me. Oh, okay, damn. You got hit 3 ways.
She got hit with that real nasty bug.
Also, look at this picture over here. You look to your left-hand corner here, folks. It's a young Monahan and Mama Doc. Look how cute that is. That's really cute. You're so cute.
So my must start running back is Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler going against Vegas. Vegas is averaging 120 yards against. They are ranked 22nd against in the NFL for defense. Austin Eckler is going to get hit as long as he stays healthy. As long as he can play the whole game, he's going to get his receptions. Hubbard is going to Hubbard.
Hubbard.
Herbert is going to definitely target him as much as possible in the passing game. He's going to get his carries as well. Definitely start Austin Eckler. If you guys were wavering, you don't.
I mean, I only waver when I'm drunk, but
moving to wide receiver, OBJ.
I'm going with OBJ. I don't like this guy. I don't like him. I think he's a blowhard, and I think he should just leave the NFL. But it doesn't matter what my feelings towards the player is. He's going to produce. He returned in action last week after his ACL injury. Goes for 5 catches for 77 yards on 9 targets against Chicago. He added 1 carry for 10 yards. There's no restrictions on his playing time, it appears. With Jarvis Landry out with a knee injury, Beckham should lead the Browns in targets, and Baker Mayfield could be throwing up more than usual in this game if the Vikings are scoring points. Minnesota also has already allowed 6 receivers to score at least 13 points this year.
I like it. OBJ is all they have over there as wide receiver. So
help me, OBJ Kenobi. You're my only hope.
So moving on, my must start is Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley's been kind of consistent. He's getting his yards. He's a touchdown away from having that big breakout game. I believe this is so going against the Washington no-name team. Washington is 31st against the pass this year, averaging 432 yards against. That is, I'm actually surprised because they do have a solid defense. I am absolutely surprised that their defense is that bad against the pass. But
that's just stupid.
That is just stupid. That being said, I would definitely be going Calvin Ridley. If you guys are, I know he hasn't been that, you took him probably in the second round. He has not been something that you really, really were like, oh, this is a guy that's going to get me 20 points a game. And he's been less than that. And you're kind of thinking, I got to find another option, but don't start Calvin Ridley this week.
Don't start him?
No, start Calvin Ridley.
Okay, you said absolutely. Don't start him. That's why I was like,
absolutely start him. All right, moving into our next section. Sleepers and Redeemers.
I love it. So I got for Sleepers and Redeemers, Taylor Heineken. For what football team versus Atlanta? This is going to be a garbage time show. I feel either it's going to be garbage time or it's going to be an awesome football game because both teams suck. So it's like watching little Pee Wee leagues going at each other. Heineken has done well in the 2 starts for Ryan Fitzpatrick, scoring at least 23 fantasy points in each start. Good job to you. He has a great matchup in week 4 with Atlanta. He should be considered a good streaming option for all leagues. The Falcons have allowed 8 passing touchdowns and no interceptions on the season. And Atlanta is number 4 in rushing yards allowed to quarterbacks. And thanks to Jalen Hurts, 62 in week 1. Wow. And Daniel Jones, 39 yards in week 2. So Heineken should have a good day today. I don't know how to say his name, so that's how I wrote it. Heineken. Hinnicky?
Close enough.
Hinnicky, whatever. That guy over there. Down in Washington, for the team with no name.
I believe they're going to be playing from behind, so no name. That they're going to have to probably be passing the ball a little bit more. I believe Curtis Samuel is back this week, so that adds another wrinkle to that wide receiver core. So there's going to be a lot of Antonio Gibson. There's going to be maybe some Curtis Samuel in there.
Ooh, Colonel Sanders.
And there's always going to be Terry McLaurin, and so this is going to be. I don't think it's going to be like 30 points per team shootout, crazy, but I believe Heineken's going to get his points.
Solid mid-20s. 20, 24, 23, 24, 25 points today.
Serviceable. If you have a bad matchup with your QB1, slide him into your slot. Giggity. Mine, I'm going again.
Oh, my.
I'm going again with Justin Fields this week. He did have a real pooper of a week. This is a redeemer category for me. Going against the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions are 22nd in the league against the pass, averaging 374 yards against. I don't see him faltering against his defense. I just don't see it. And if he does, then it's maybe best to probably keep him on the bench the rest of the year so he can learn a little bit more. You can see, maybe the game will catch up a little bit with him. Maybe he's seeing ghosts in the backfield or in the outfield or whatever you want to say. But
yeah, I believe you're supposed to say Angels in the outfield.
uh,
Oh wait, no, sorry, wrong sport altogether. Where's Christopher Lloyd at? No, against Detroit, this should be a good game for a rookie quarterback.
right.
You're again kind of a garbage time game. Chicago's an okay team. Detroit is well, they won last week, surprisingly. So who knows?
I don't know. I think Justin Fields is in for a top 10 week.
That's correct, John.
Moving on to your running backs.
I got Naeem Hines. Hines.
You love this guy. You love him.
I love him, dude.
You love this guy.
I love him.
He's
great. I do love him. What's not to love about him? I mean, he plays for a solid coach. As long as their quarterback gets their shit together. Hines has 2 games of the season with at least 5 catches. He scored at least 13 points in each of those outings. Carson Wentz should lean on Hines in the passing game. And the Dolphins have struggled with pass catching running backs. Miami is among exactly. Miami is among 7 teams that have allowed 20 receptions to running backs in 3 games. So Hines should be considered a great sleeper, an RB2, a flex option in PPR leagues this week.
Absolutely. Going against Miami, I'm really another surprise team that I thought was going to have a really solid defense, and they just are not all there.
Oh, they're screwing the pooch.
Yeah, they are. I understand that they lost to Gavula.
To a Tagovailoa tugboat.
Good guy. But you have Jacoby. They got Jacoby. So
hopefully he doesn't just crash into the side of a mountain either. So.
That's bullshit.
You're fired. That was stupid. Moving on quickly to the next. Miles Sanders had 3 carries last week. Being an Eagles fan, I know this very well. Going against Kansas City, was 31st in the league against the rush, 160 yards against average. If Nick Sirianni does not go hard on the ground this week, Miles Sanders deserves 20 carries at least. If he does not do that, they don't win this game. They need to keep this game. They play the clock. They need to make sure that they keep running the ball. They can't say we're falling behind, so we got to start to get pass happy. Miles Sanders needs to get fed the ball this week. I don't care. Even if you get Boston Scott involved, just to, for a little breather or whatever, but you need to make sure. I know they have Kenny Gaineswell, but Miles Sanders is the most talented back in that backfield. They need to get this kid the ball.
Well, I mean, you're right. They need to get Miles Sanders the ball to win a game. Even Westbrook was like, "What are you guys doing?" When the greatest running back in Eagles history says, "What are you doing?" You have a problem. And I'm going to agree to disagree with you on your statement, on your pick, but we'll talk about that later. Ooh.
Just like you said about Hurts last week, I'm saying Miles Sanders this week.
But I was right about Hurts last week.
Hurts fantasy-wise was fantastic start last week. He was total garbage time quarterback, and he won me the game last week with his nice little fourth quarter, points. I ended up winning by a point, and it was fantastic, and I love garbage time quarterbacks. But on the other hand, this is not going to be a garbage time thing. I believe Miles Sanders is going to get the bulk of the carries, and he's going to need to get the bulk of the carries to keep this game relatively close. You have to play the clock game. You have to do it. Nick Sirianni is going to have to learn from his rookie mistake and do so. All right, Barfy, wide receiver, hit it.
Cole Beasley. Yeah, Cole Beasley. Love Cole Beasley. Another guy. Solid player. Always a good choice, in my opinion. Beasley has 2 games this season with at least 13 targets. Hopefully, Josh Allen continues to lean on him this week. He has yet to score a touchdown. I know. I feel it coming, though. I feel it coming in the air tonight. He has yet to score touchdowns, so his fantasy value is limited on non-PPR leagues, but he has 2 games with at least 14 PPR points, which makes him appealing as a number 3 fantasy receiver in those formats. Emmanuel Sanders should also be considered a good sleeper, but who cares? I'm talking about Cole Beasley. And Allen should feast on this Texas defense on a home game. Should just be slim. He should just be smoking them Texas ribs.
Hey guys watching, can you tell us if our feed's bad? Yeah, I think we lost Barfy.
No, I'm here.
Oh, you're here.
I'm here.
Yeah, I see your pretty face frozen. There you go.
What the fucking
All right.
Comcast? Taking all my damn money. Fucking extortion.
Kenny Galladay is my redeemer this week, my sleeper redeemer this week. He is a definite sleeper. They have no wide receivers whatsoever other than him. Danny Dimes is going to force feed the shit out of Kenny Galladay. And that's all I got to say about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially as Roddy Rahman said earlier, who's probably not watching anymore. You're talking Galladay all day.
Huh?
What?
But nothing. All right, going into our next section.
Breakout flex.
All right. Don't worry about me.
Lex, where are you at? I want you to pronounce this name.
This guy. This
guy. He's like zucchini.
Wide receiver, Alamide Zacchaeus. Dr. Zacchaeus. I don't know. I like this guy. He seems cool. Zacchaeus stepped up in week 3 at the Giants with Russell Gage out with an ankle injury, and could be a decent number 3 PPR receiver in week 4 against Washington. Zacchaeus has had 3 catches, 32 yards, and a touchdown on 6 targets against the Giants. And Washington is allowing the second most fantasy points to opposing receivers this year. So far, 7 receivers have scored at least 12 PPR points against Washington. So we got that. And so Mr. Alamide Aloysius Zacchaeus.
All right. Okay. Moving up. I don't know. It's tough to say. It's real tough to say.
Listen, Washington and Atlanta is probably going to be a great game to watch just because it's nothing.
All right, moving to my breakout flex. I'm going to go with Corey Davis. Corey Davis going against Tennessee. Tennessee is ranked 15th against the pass, 359 yards against average. I just see this is going to be Zach Wilson force feeding Corey Davis again. Elijah Moore is out with concussion. They really don't have any other options. It's just going to be all day. Got to feed it to Corey Davis. You got to get your hands in the playmaker on the outside. And that's the only guy they have left.
I mean, it's the Jets. Let's be real.
Is that? Oh, that is. Okay. All right. We're going to move into our next section.
That's a bust.
All right. With that, our bust of the week. Oh, man, this signal is so bad.
It's fine. It's fine, dude. Don't worry about it. I'm watching it on my phone.
Okay.
Which is saying there's 0 viewers yet. I'm viewing, and there's
weird.
Mm.
All right, that is. Wait, what happened? Did you? Oh, there you. Oh, screw you, dude.
Listen, their offensive line is fractured. Eagles' offensive line is fractured, which means that I don't care if KC's defense is weak on the backfield. It doesn't matter if the defensive line can just want to run right through the left. With what's his face out, he's not going to have any room. I'm telling you right now, Sanders is not going to maybe get 1 yard of carry.
I just don't agree.
Okay, it's fine. But like Sanders is last week he only had 2 carries against the Cowboys, despite playing 60% of the snaps. Sirianni forgot that he was there. He just forgot that they had someone who could run. And I don't expect it to change. I don't think Sirianni is that wise to do it. Jalen Hurts is going to try to have a big game. He's going to try to do what he did at Dallas and he's not gonna hand the ball off. He's gonna try to win the game himself, which we know is not gonna work. He's gonna get out there and play. He's gonna get touches, but he's not gonna get yardage. He's not gonna get yardage.
Well, I guess we'll see.
We will see.
All right, my bust of the week is Mike Evans.
Ooh.
Mike Evans going against New England Patriots. They're 5th against the pass, 282 yards against on the average. I just see him getting locked down. I believe this is going to be one of those weeks where he gets like 2 receptions for like 20 yards. And if he happens to score a touchdown, then he saves it. But I don't think that's what's going to happen. I just think that New England's going to, they know what Tom Brady's made of. They know exactly where he's going to go. So
Right.
That's all I have to say about that.
I'll agree with Mike Evans. I'll agree with you on that.
Well, moving on to our final segment.
Oh, it's a bet.
I always love when you do that. Oh, it's a bet.
All right.
So
Barfy.
So I'm saying bet of the week. Go with Philly, up 7.5 with the under over.
You and this freaking PHL.
Yeah, Philly, not the Philippines, which is PHI. So now you just lost my whole train of thought. Because Kansas City does have a bad secondary. If Eagles can get out there and throw the ball a bit, I feel that Eagles will keep it close enough. They're going to lose. We already know that, but they're going to keep it close enough so you can make this bet. And I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game. So take the under, and you could do the money line bet and take the Eagles 7.5 points with the under.
Okay. All right. I think the Eagles win this one. I think it's a trap game for Kansas City.
Get out of here.
But
Get out of here. Randy Reed loses to the Eagles. He's going back into the hospital because he's going to lose his shit like the head coach in Major League.
so with my bet of the week, I'm taking this exorbitant, crazy point spread. I'm just going to go with the points this week. Houston getting almost 18 points. I don't see this game getting that out of hand. I think General Mills will keep it close.
What's a cereal company have to do with
Keep
football?
it close, I mean by 10 points.
Yeah, what's a cereal company have to do with football?
Oh, General Mills is the quarterback in Houston.
The guy who owns a cereal company, is a quarterback? He doesn't need that
he's
money.
a quarterback now.
Oh, so I guess Captain Crunch is on his way. Good for you, Captain Crunch.
Yep. All right. Well, we got the question section. I believe we answered a couple questions already. So, and I don't see any other ones queued up. Hey, guys, if you happen to be watching this right before kickoff and you have any questions, put them in the comment section. We will be involved in answering any questions you may have. Next week, 11 a.m., you want to check us out. We will answer questions live on the show. So just check it out and put your questions in.
Yes, sir. Check us out.
Yeah.
Hang out. Have a good time. Ask some questions. Not
And,
just one and dip.
The rest of our credentials are down in the description section and everything like that. Hey, Barfy, it was a fun
Sir.
week.
It was a fun week.
Hey, guys, good luck this week. Hopefully you guys get a little something out of this, and we will see you next week.